Raising your vibration is not about forcing this balloon up and doing all these techniques to push it up. In this video, I'm gonna be using this balloon to show you how to permanently raise your vibration and how that change can radically shift your life. So let's get started. So here we are, where this balloon is going to teach you how you can permanently raise your vibration. And why the hell do you care about vibration other than, yeah, high vibes, man? Your vibration is directly in correspondence to your level of consciousness. And if you know anything about Neville Goddard, he basically says time and time again, specifically in the book Faith is Your Fortune, that if you change your consciousness level, you change whatever that is, it directly will change what is in your outside world. Meaning your consciousness equals your life circumstances. So if you have a wish fulfilled, right? And whatever that is, whether it be a relationship, whether it be an amount of money or a job, a career, that level of consciousness that you'll have to have, the values, the assumptions at a physiological, meaning in your subconscious level that you'll have to have is going to be higher level, right? A higher vibration. It's going to be in the realm of love or joy. So if you get there with your level of consciousness, another way to say it too is if your set of assumptions are in alignment with your wish fulfilled, boom, there you go. It has to express. However, if right now you are not experiencing your wish fulfilled and you're doing the techniques, you're putting in the energy and nothing's happened, this video is going to help to show you what is going on and how to permanently change it. Dr. Joe Dispenza also taps into this. He has a lot of meditations and techniques basically so that you can go into yourself and become nameless and faceless. Neville Goddard uses the same words, meaning that if your level of consciousness, how you see yourself, is you open up a closet and you have all of these different shirts, all of these different jackets, you have pants, you have shirts, whatever you pick out off the hanger and put on, that is going to be your life. Now, when you go into the closet, you're nameless and faceless. Right now, you might be like, what the hell? I am not nameless. I certainly have a face and I have a name. Sure. But when you let go of the you who you think you are, you open up your opportunity to become the you that you want to be or that you can be. You possess that potential. And understanding this, if you're stuck right now and you think, oh, I'm not good enough. When I try to connect with people, I get betrayed. My life is full of chaos and I'm not lovable. And it could be a combination of all of these things. But what you got to understand is that is essentially the consciousness coat or shirt that you have on. And the misunderstanding is that that's who you are. That's what you are being. So again, I know that there's a lot of circumstances in your life right now that might be like, screw you, Abby, you don't know how hard it is. I understand that there's a lot of intense things and they basically can pull us through the dirt. But if you can start to understand these concepts, you can start to utilize your power and start to change your life. So what we want to look at here is, okay, if you have an experience right now and no matter what happens, I'm not good enough, right? I don't get picked for the job, or I go on a date with this person and they don't pick me. Whatever it is, I don't get the good grades. I'm not good enough. No matter how hard I try, I don't have enough for X, Y, Z. Okay, that is going to be basically the consciousness level of shame, okay? The other one here is I'm not lovable, right? And remember, shame is all about I am not good, right? Guilt is I did something not good. Shame is I'm not good. Now the second one over here is going to be I'm not lovable. This also is going to be from shame. It's going to be the consciousness level of shame. So you want your wish fulfilled. You want to manifest the thing you want to manifest, but it's going to be in the realm of I am good, I am enough, I am worthy. So how the hell are you going to get an expression in your outside world of I am good enough, I am worthy, when right now you're stuck in the consciousness of I'm not good enough no matter what I do. Like my inner essence is not good enough, or I think I'm badass but no one else thinks I'm good enough. No matter what realm you're in that, it is rooted in these lower level vibrations, and we're almost to how to change it. So just hang on tight. The other things you could be experiencing are betrayal. You try to trust people, you try to put yourself out there, and somebody really screws you over. So that's going to be a little bit higher level of vibration, but in anger. But it's still lower level of vibration, and it's still not the level of vibration that you want to be in. Now, the last one is going to be chaos, right? Or survival, that no matter what you do, you're always trying to just feel safe. And that's going to be more of a fear level of consciousness. So the reason I did it this way is so you can have what it sounds like and feels like in your life. Also, too, when you read different consciousness levels, you can understand more of what the emotion is associated with that real life experience. So how the hell are you going to start changing this? Like, what the hell is the gap here, right? This is the key. These values that you have right now are what I would say is a set point. You weren't born into the world thinking these things about yourself, but you were raised in an environment where this was either told to you that you're not good enough. It could have been told that you're not lovable. You obviously could have had a lot of betrayal, but it was the environment that you were in. So it created a set point in your self-concept of yourself, that this is what life is, or even chaos over here, where maybe you're always scrambling. You never really have a sense of safe place, a safe haven. So what you've got to understand is these are not your opinions of yourself. And you might be like, yeah, Abby, I don't feel like I'm worthy. Who taught you that? Who messaged that to you? Where did this come from? Where did you perceive? If you went as a kid, and even if you had a great childhood and your parents were really supportive, but you went with a need and you needed to connect, or you needed a little bit this, or that, and they were working a lot, right? They're trying to do the best they can. They're not wrong, but they didn't meet your need. Or you went and wanted to connect, but they're like, no. But when you did something, when you won an award, when you got a really good grade, then you got attention. So what do you think? Oh, it's not me who's valuable, it's what I do. So if I can't do anything, I'm not going to feel good enough. At the end of the day, I don't feel good enough. That's not your opinion of yourself. That's not your own value of yourself. It's through somebody else. So what you need to do is start to just recognize this. Oh my God, I've been basing my worth and value off the opinion of someone else. And so this is a massive step, because if you consciously want these higher level vibration, higher level of consciousness experiences, that shows you that part of you actually believes you're worthy, or why in the world would you have this desire? But if you have an unconscious contrast, an unconscious tension, because my mom wasn't there in the way I needed it, so I must not be good enough. If I was really lovable, my family would have shown me that. And if my family can't love me, who will? Those are all based on the opinions and emotional maturity of your early on environment. They are not universal truths. So the first step is to just have this in your head. Holy shit, are you telling me that my entire idea of myself and my self-image is heavily rooted, unconsciously, potentially, in the ideas, opinions, and perspectives I had of myself as a kid? So if you had an emotionally overwhelmed parent, maybe they had a lot of bills, you had a lot of siblings, and there's a lot of stress. Them not giving you attention had nothing to do with your worth. It actually had to do with them not being able to emotionally handle that situation. So the insufficiency in that situation was never your worth, was never your value. It was what your parents couldn't handle. If you can see this with your adult mind and you can realize this, what is that going to do? It's going to break the chain of thinking that I'm not good enough. No, my parent didn't have the emotional capacity to meet my need. That had nothing to do with my worth. So what is continuing to hook it? That idea that you had anything to do with why your parent was emotionally available, why your emotional environment didn't show up and meet the needs. You are thinking it's about you. And a big part of this is, as a kid, your literal life survival depends on being accepted by your tribe, your family, your caregivers. So you basically have to leave your needs and be loved, be accepted by them in some way so you survive. So you take the blame. Oh, they know better than I do because they know how to keep me alive. So I must be the mistake, or I must be the one having the fault. But when you realize, oh, I thought that the reason that they wouldn't connect or they wouldn't go and hang out with me because I wasn't good enough, that I had done something wrong. Oh my God, I realized that my parent was emotionally unavailable. They were emotionally immature. They did not have the skills that were necessary for that moment. So the insufficiency with them, not me. Oh my God, I can shift my perspective. You see a little bit of a raise in the vibration just by realizing that. Changing the perception and the perspective that you have of yourself. Oh my God, I thought that I wasn't lovable because my mom or dad, they only gave me attention if I got good grades or if I got an award or I got first place at something. I thought it was what I did, that I myself wasn't lovable. Oh my God, my parents didn't have the emotional capacity to understand or really maybe value what I had to offer. So their limited perspective of what success is was the limitation in that, not what you had to offer. So you can let go, you can clip the cord. Oh my God, we are raising our vibration. Starting to realize raising your vibration is not about forcing this balloon up and doing all these techniques to push it up. You naturally want to raise up, just like this balloon. What is holding you down is more of an obstacle than what it takes to lift you up. Letting go is what allows you to raise up to your wish fulfilled. Realizing, oh, okay, my parents, my caregivers didn't have the capacity, they didn't have the skills to create a sense of safety. It's not anything I deserve or worth. I can let go of how they lived and clip that cord. Oh my God, we are well on our way to getting that wish fulfilled. Can you start to understand that letting go actually is one of the most powerful things you can do, because it erases you hanging down? And yeah, sure, some days you might tap into that and then you remember, oh, nope. And as you change your perspective, these ideas and beliefs no longer are relevant, because you can't go down here because you've reasoned on it with your adult mind and realize that that whole idea was the perception of a kid, and you didn't have the ability to have real perspective because you were a kid, and no one does at that age. So again, the idea that all you're going to find is people who betray you, that, you know, you're always going to be betrayed and all that kind of thing, that anger realm, whatever kind of other thing is hooked in here, you can realize, oh, okay, the people around me were too wounded. They had been hurt and they didn't have the tools. They didn't have the power to change their life. So they repeated an old wound, and that hurt me. And I can realize that I have the power to start using all those painful memories, transmuting it into wisdom that I can apply in the future. And when I do that, I can then use my discernment to keep myself safe. The people around me growing up didn't have the power. They were too small for that. They didn't have the skills. I do. So I'm not limited by overbearing or boundary crossing people. Even though that might have been my set point early on, I no longer have to take that. And when I shift and I take those opinions and I let them go and I update my value and my worth, then I'm able to let go of that serving me any longer. And what happens? I hope you're ready for it. Are you ready? Oh my God, our vibration has permanently been raised instantly, really. If you can look back in whatever beliefs you have, where are they grounded in? Because if you can start unhooking for this, your entire life can change. And when you let go, it opens up space for you to receive higher levels of experience. And when you do, you'll understand even more, wow, I've actually never been unworthy. You can't actually be unworthy. The idea that you're unworthy is really all that's happening. I believe your inherent worth is the same as your eye color. You can't ever lose it. Now, if you can't see it in the mirror and you can't see yourself clearly, well, then you're going to use other people's opinions to try to get a reflection of what you are, who you are. And you will lose sight of your eye color, right? So that's what happens when it comes to worth. You were born with the eye color you have now. And I'm sure in science there's some like 0.00001% where that's actually possible. But let's just focus on this idea. You were born with the eye color. You have the eye color now. 20 years from now, you'll have that eye color. The same has happened with your worth. You've always had it. The misunderstandings of how other people treated you and their opinions. Oh, I'm only good enough if I'm a lawyer. Oh, I'm only good enough if I'm married by 25 or 30, or if I have a kid by the time I'm 35. Those are all other people's opinions. What is your opinion? Start to step into how you see you, how you view the world, what you want, what makes you feel more alive. The more and more you let go of these set points, you're able to set your own for what you value, what you want, and where you want to go with your wish fulfilled, what you deserve, and what you are worth. Understanding where your set point and ultimately where your vibration is stuck and re-reasoning on it is a huge step to massively changing your life. This next video is going to help you better understand the law of assumptions and really what unconscious assumptions you could be making right now that are blocking you. I love y'all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.